Welcome to part 5 of Life is Strange Reunion, and in the last video, we investigated. Yeah, that's about it.
Normally I wouldn't suspect Caledon's president of arson. But someone's about to burn down the building he wants to get rid of.
Alright, time to investigate more.
I might never get a chance like this again. I have to find something.
Yeah, find something we will do.
Can I hate something that would make Moses happy? I think I can.
Caledon 2.0, a scientific institute for Caledon. Is there anything else? There's not. Oh, there is something.
Did he lose his key or something? Everyone keeps saying that the Abraxas house is badly damaged. But I didn't see anything wrong.
Lakeport, Vermont, land parcel agreement 3000 to 3200, Fremont Street, page 233 and 307. Buyer will not demolish the building located at 3180 Fairmont Street, hereafter referred to as the Abraxas House, until receiving a signed order of demolition from the Lakeport County Court. Said order is contingent upon a visit from a structural engineer scheduled to take place on Monday, September 23rd. Once the structural engineer, hereafter referred to as the engineer, confirms that the building is damaged beyond repair, the order of demolition can be resubmitted to the Lakeport County Court. If the engineer's report contradicts demolition, the matter will be referred to the Lakeport Historical Commission for further review. Said provisions have been agreed upon by Caledon University and the Lakeport Historical Commission. Oh. Examine, I guess we have no choice.
Nice, still logged in. Guess I'm due for a... Owen's trying to seem more likable, so he outsources the job to a chatbot. This guy.
My guys are telling me that you're throwing them under the bus to the Lakeport Police Department. Listen, I've got plenty of words for the idiots who didn't check the basement. But who told them that the demolition had been approved? Who assured me to my face that the court documents were on their way? And it has to be tonight. Do you know how much stuff I'd be in if the cops had found out about the explosives? I had to hide them in a dumpster. I only took this contract as a favor to Yasmin, but we're done. I told my guys to pull the equipment, find something else to do your dirty work, and get your fancy team of lawyers ready. Stan King, New England Red Kings. The new AI chat program is ready for your review. I downloaded it to your desktop this morning. As I've said, I have concerns about using your voice. I know we're attempting to address the unlikable and unrelatable accusations, but even with more boundary conditions, a user could get you to say just about anything. I'm sure you can imagine the potential downsides and PR nightmares that could follow. Let me know if you have any feedback for the developer, Vin.
Whoa. That doesn't sound like Owen at all.
Are you feeling alright? We'll discuss your previous message after the call with the board. I suggest you get your head on straight before then. Yasmin, I think the real question is, how did you mess up your relationship with your daughter so badly that she doesn't even answer your calls? Maybe you should stop trying, or maybe I should offer her a professorship. She's clearly the real talent in the family. Owen, I'm getting calls from the demolition company. Stan is furious and threatening to sue. What happened to the Abraxas house last night, Yasmin? Okay. Okay, logos. Oh.
Hi, I'm Callie, your Caledon automated... President Teller has his weekly meeting scheduled. The Abraxas Society was founded in 1962. Instructor Caufield, your class size and inattention to grading have
Breaking
raised
into his
questions
own
as to the
files?
efficacy of your course.
That weird
Wow,
email to Yasmin.
even the robot knows that Owen
That
doesn't respect me.
wasn't Owen just now. Sophie. What was she doing in Owen's office? She asked Vin to get a file for her. She's up to something. Oh no.
Max? Are you, like, in there?
Uh-oh.
I need to get Vin away from the door.
Owen just said you've been trying to break into his office? I told him he's crazy. But he insisted I check, so... I really hope no one is in there listening to me right now. President Teller's office. Sir?
Vin, I need you to go get me something.
Max? Is that you? I'm coming in. I really hope no one is in there listening to me right now.
Everyone keeps saying that the Abraxas house...
Hi, I'm Cal.
I'm coming in. President Teller's office. Sir?
Vin, please meet me in the library. We need to discuss tech and corporate synergies.
Sure. I'll see you there.
That worked, I guess.
You want to play cat and mouse, Sophie? Let's play.
So Sophie was playing as Owen. Or
Sophie could be anywhere by now. But knowing her, she probably stuck around to watch me squirm.
I need your assurance that our understanding still holds. This isn't just about Abraxas' future, Reggie. It's about yours, too.
Max, hey, I needed to ask you about yesterday's assignment. Do you have a minute? Sorry, President Teller, I really need to understand this whole a negative space thing.
Why do I suspect you're not looking to talk photography?
Sorry, I just needed to get out of there.
Are you okay?
It's been a day. Owen's breathing down my neck, up to my ass in angry emails, and now Marlon says I'm acting crazy.
Why would he say that?
When I saw him this morning, he asked if he could borrow something important, and now he's saying he never even saw me. Stoner. He probably just lost it and he doesn't want to admit it. But it's extremely important for reasons that are extremely time sensitive.
Does it have to do with the Maybon party by any chance?
Maybon? What is that?
Reggie, I know the party was officially canceled. It would be a very bad idea to hold it anyway.
I always appreciate your advice, Max. It's fine. There's probably a whole stack of them down in the basement. I just need to get there early.
So the party is still at the Abraxas house. Good to know. What was that talk with you and Owen about? It sounded intense.
Nothing important. Just ensuring the success of Caledon 2.0. No pressure.
He said the two of you had an understanding?
Understanding? Who really understands anything these days? What does that word even mean, you know?
Reggie, I know there's a lot going on. Just be careful.
I always am. See you around, Max.
That was definitely Reggie. But what about the rest of the quad? When Safi was impersonating Owen, she took a Caledon folder from Vin. That's my tell.
Wait. Well, that was a productive trip to the president's office. I need to regroup. Here are the people who definitely know more than they're letting on. Reggie, being the president of Abraxas, comes with a certain amount of skullduggery. He's hiding something. It's just a question of what. But Reggie has been working for months to save Abraxas' house. Why would he want to burn it down? Vin? Knowing more than he lets on is Vin's whole personality. He's a secretive guy, but he's also my friend. He reports to Owen, but he loves Abraxas. Is Vin involved in something or caught in the middle of it? Lucas hates Caledon. Um, right, I don't know if Lucas is capable of violence, but I certainly trust him less than I trust the other two. Who else? Here are the people who might know more than they're letting on. Oh, and what's his deal? He seems laser focused on his goal of ruining Caledon by turning it into tech bro heaven. Would he burn down the Abraxas house if it stood in his way? Loretta, I don't think she's involved. She sure wasn't aware that the Abraxas house was about to come down. But Loretta's march was named after her for a reason. Besides, it's always a fair assumption that Loretta knows more than she says. Sophie, the wildest wild card, currently running around the campus for reasons unknown. Why is she back now? Why is she creeping around looking for information, trying to get me off her scent? I have to talk to her.
One with a Caledon folder could be Safi. The man has absolutely no hold on this guy. Safi knows all the English teachers. Safi knows all the English teachers. If she...
Are we sure we want to do this? What if my husband finds out?
I already told my...
Hello?
Hey, hippie. Just checking in.
Have you talked to Moses?
Not yet. He was with a student. I'm just sitting outside the planetarium, trying to imagine what it would be like to go to school here. But if I had that kind of money, I'd probably just buy a tour bus.
You are gonna love Moses. I wish I could be there for this meeting of the minds.
I don't. This way, we can jump straight into
Har. Well, I'm sure he'll have some theories about what's happening with you. He'll probably want to run some tests, too. He can get a little test happy when it comes to powers and timelines.
On my trip out here, I spent hours wondering what it would be like to see you again. But I never expected mad scientist friend hangout.
What did you expect?
Most often, a slam door in my face.
Really? Why?
Well, you never responded to my text, for starters.
I didn't know it was you. I didn't have your number in this reality. I barely even believed it was you when you showed up in person.
Excuses.
So what I'm hearing is, even though the school's in danger and reality's a mess, This trip is going better than you expected?
Oh, I guess it is.
I should get back to the search. I'll text you when I know anything.
See you soon.
Hmm. Interesting.
He died doing what he loved. Being struck by lightning really hard.
Oh, we can take a picture.
Is it me, or are there...
Okay, well.
Sophie
Nope.
can't have gone far. I need to keep looking.
What do we do here? Will the custodian come by again? Let's find out.
Still no sign of Sophie. I have to keep looking.
Where do we look? What happens if we go here? Waterfall? Oh,
Sometimes this sculpture feels like a self-portrait.
this is
today,
where
though.
Reggie got rejected. Okay, that podcast probably was not important. Who is that?
Sophie saw my class. Maybe she'd shapeshift as one of my... Hey, Jeanette.
Oh, hey, Max. Fancy seeing you here.
Were you pleased with the photos you took in class?
Definitely. But I wanted to get a few more to choose from. I asked Reggie if he wanted to shoot together, but he said he had some pressing plans. Lame.
Doing some alfresco homework?
Oh, no, it's a personal project.
I'll leave you to it. See you in class.
Max, have you ever... I'm sort of thinking about applying to grad school.
For what?
Oh. I shouldn't have... Never mind.
Wait, Jeanette, I didn't...
It's cool, Max. I'll see you in class.
Hey, Jeanette. I've been meaning to ask you. Have you ever considered applying to grad school for photography?
Yes, actually. I wanted to ask you about it, but I figured if you thought it was a good idea, you would have brought it up.
I'm sorry. I'm still new at teaching, and I'm not used to people caring about my opinion. But of course, I think you're good enough.
Most of the applications require an artist statement, so I've been working on one. Would you mind taking a look?
I'd love to.
Ugh, it sounds really pretentious.
Artist statements are just like that. You're right in the pocket.
Artist statement. The first time I got to hold a camera, I was overwhelmed with the desire to capture an image of my mother, asleep in a hammock. My artistic instincts were so strong that I nearly dropped her. Kodak P880 on her face. When my mother woke up, grabbed back her camera, and forbade me from touching it. For the rest of our vacation, I learned a valuable lesson. Photography is about permission. We are so surveyed to some degree or another. Anytime we step foot on a city street or log onto our devices, we can take pictures of people with our phones, watches, or sunglasses, with or without their consent. But to take someone's photograph is very different from simply taking their picture. Though it might sound to photograph someone is to ask another person if you can treat them as a piece of art, not as a commodity or a consumer. It redefines communication, introduces playfulness, and demands collaboration between the photographer and the subject. In a world beset on all sides by technology, which often has an isolating effect, photography remains a technology that connects us to each other.
I know it's a long shot, but I really love your class, and some of these programs have financial aid, so.
So what on earth do you have to lose by applying?
Exactly.
Okay, let's meet after class on Tuesday. I'll do my own research on MFA programs, and we can touch base.
That would be amazing.
Hey, don't wait for other people to tell you that you're an artist. You are an artist, whether they see it or not.
Wow. Thanks, Max. I'm so lucky to have you as my mentor.
Don't start crying. Don't start crying. Is this what being a mentor feels like? I like it.
Max is a mentor now.
Someone's fighting the power in a weird way.
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
Hell yeah, man. Exercise that right to protest.
Use it or lose it, am I right? Down with President Teller! Down with
Reggie is working really hard to advocate for Abraxas. I don't think this will help.
Gotta mix direct action with institutional pressure. Down with President Teller!
Hell yeah, man.
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
Okay,
Down with President Teller!
who is this?
Safi
Oh,
was just shapeshifted as Owen. Maybe she didn't have time to change yet.
maybe.
I can always tell how I'm feeling by what I see in this sculpture. Today it looks like a dragon.
We listen in on them.
Not a folder to be seen. Good.
Oh,
Safi hasn't been on campus since the storm. What is it like for her to be back here?
Sophie sculpture.
I'll bet Safi got a real kick out of seeing this. Yasmin must have commissioned this sculpture after Safi died.
We already saw these, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's go. Where? Oh, Owen's folder. Right. Fake Owen. Alright, here I am.
Safi was just shapeshifted as Owen. I don't mean to interrupt.
Well, unless you want to help me liaise with the Abraxas Alumni Network, you are. Excuse me.
I can't just push Owen to talk. The man has absolutely no hold on this guy.
Oh, I have an idea who can distract him.
Down with President Teller!
This one.
Save the Abraxas house!
President Teller's sitting in the quad over there. I'm not sure he can hear you.
I can do something about that. Thanks, lady.
I hope the power of protest is enough to get Owen away from that folder.
Alright. Now speak.
Defend the students' right to self-govern! Save the oppressed!
What is it now?
Well, this certainly wasn't pulled from the archives. Must be the real Owen.
Board call Saturday, 1 p.m. Last night was an entirely avoidable incident. It was handled quietly but could have been catastrophic and demands immediate action. Go over police report, miscommunication with demolition team. No better time to demolish the building. Creepy abandoned house will always attract attention. Need to act fast, or it could cave in on the next trespasser. Reminder, we are not trying to close Abraxas, but disbanding is always an option if they keep acting up. Reggie's attempt to get alumni network on board with the move. Mixed. Relocation options. Not a lot of Victorian mansions for sale have offered to build a new house, but alumni are being okay. Pivot to Caledon 2.0. Share new architectural plans. Show the logo without slogan. Ask for thoughts on possible slogans. Yasmin will generate for the time to look forward. Don't forget, Tom's daughter's birthday is next week. Don't yell.
Reggie's gonna deal with it. Did you know he was an economics major before he met you and switched to visual arts? What a shame.
You really seem to have it out for the Abraxas Society.
Yes. How dare I want to get rid of a damaged building and build some much-needed classroom space.
I have nothing against a new science building. But
Loretta Rice is tenacious in her pursuit of rumor and nonsense. All the more reason to demolish the house and move past the rumors once and for all.
So you became the president of a liberal arts college, but you hate the arts. What's that about?
Contrary to the graffiti around campus, I'm not a heartless suit. For example, I'm something of a collector of Stieglitz prints.
You know, every millionaire I've ever met has a favorite artist that they love to name drop.
You've met many, have you? At your exhibitions and such? Because you rely on their patronage.
I did, before I came to Caledon, where I can build a career without catering to the richest common denominator. Your plans to expand the campus are receiving a lot of pushback. Have you had any second thoughts?
Of course not. The situation in academia is dire. If we aren't aggressive in securing our future, we won't have one.
If you change Caledon beyond recognition, have you secured its future at all?
A question for philosophers and linguists who, despite my better judgment, still have majors here.
I'll let you get back to it.
Please.
Definitely not Sophie. Definitely still the worst.
So what do we do now? What do we do now? Do I...
Are we sure we want to do this? What if my husband finds out?
I already told my husband. He was excited until I told him he couldn't watch.
Sophie can't have gone far. I need to keep looking.
Who could be Sophie? Check it. Where's Sophie? Is this? No, definitely not. It's not here. Here, maybe? No. What about? No. Who could be Sophie? Where's Sophie? Okay, we'll just
Down with
talk to.
President Teller!
Is Abraxas scheduling any sort of formal protest this weekend?
Nah, we'll be too busy sleeping it off.
Sleeping what off?
You know, it.
Good talk.
Down with President Teller!
Is
Save the
Abraxas?
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
That was not helpful. What about?
President Teller! Save the
Can't
Abraxas!
even. So who could it be? It's not. Oh, okay.
Sophie can't have gone far. I need to keep looking.
I searched everywhere. Let me just try this.
Are we sure we want to do this? What if my husband finds out?
I already told my husband. He was excited until I told him he couldn't watch.
Oh, Max, can you give us a moment? We're discussing some plans.
Oh, I have an idea. Wait.
Did I hear that right?
Then go back.
Defend the student!
Well, this certainly wasn't pulled.
Not have been at the same time.
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
Is
Down with President Teller!
Is Abrax-
Down with President Teller!
Is
Down with President. Save the Abraxas house!
Is Abraxas?
Down with President.
Oh, wait.
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
Is Abrax?
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
Okay, wait, let me just.
Ugh, it sounds.
Who could be? Is there? This is annoying. Who could it be?
Sophie can't have gone far. I need to keep looking.
No, you don't, Safi. Sophie's gone. Let's just stop looking. Please. This is annoying. Extremely. What's this? Where is... Genuinely?
Not a folder to be seen. Good.
Where? Not here. Like, I'm genuinely lost. What do I do? And I don't want to search any videos up. So what am I gonna do? Copy.
Unsurprisingly, Owen is being a cairn Karen.
Oh, no.
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
Oh, this is getting annoying.
Down with President Teller!
Nope.
Right,
Ugh.
there
It's
we go. Now get him to yell or whatever.
Save the Abraxas house! Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas
Is Abraxas?
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
Okay.
Unsurprisingly, Owen is. The whole school feels about as stable as you do right now.
Well, unless you want to.
This is annoying.
Down with President Teller!
I think I glitched it.
Is Abraxas scheduling any sort of formal protest this weekend?
Nah, we'll be too... Down with,
Is-
down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house! Down with President Teller! House. Down with President Teller! Save
Is
the
Abraxas?
house. Down with President Teller!
We're rewinding.
Down with President Teller!
Is a
Down with President Teller! Abraxas house!
All the way back.
is Abraxas?
Down with... Save the Abraxas house!
Is Abrax?
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house! Down with President Teller!
Can
Save
you
the
not?
Abraxas
Is Abra-
Down with
Why
President
is it only
Teller!
asking?
Save
Is
the...
a
Down with President Teller! The Abraxas house!
is Abrax?
Oh my,
Down with
this is so
President
annoying.
Teller! Save the Abraxas house! Down with...
Unsurprisingly, Owen is being a cairn Karen. The whole school feels about as stable as you do right now.
What do you want me to... This is really annoying. Extremely annoying.
Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house! Down with President Teller! Save the Abraxas house!
Idea. What am I doing?
Okay, so they were talking about doing a presentation together. That makes way more sense than where my mind went.
Northeast Literary Convention Conference Proposal. Name of presenter. Dr. Isabel Shin. And okay, Virginia Woolf was right. A room of one's own in the case of Single Dome. Presentation summary. Okay, groundbreaking essay. A room of one's own. Published nearly a century ago, but how far Have we as female writers really come? And most concerning of all, do we get there any faster if we're married? Dr. Shin and Dr. Miha will dig into specific barriers to success that Wolf focused on in her seminal work and examine the last century of feminist progress and the very real setbacks that threaten the progress today. Presentation length 45 minutes with 15-minute Q&A sessions. I emailed you a draft of the presentation. Why don't you take your pass through it and we'll discuss. Thanks, Isabel.
Please tell me Safi isn't with her mother right now. Or being her mother right now.
Wait, I'll check that out. Let me just fix this, I guess. Let's see. Right,
Most.
right,
Ugh. It sounds really.
right. Alright. What to do?
Safi is shapeshifted as Vin before. And I'll bet she'd...
Max, you're out here. That's great.
Is this an official graduate program performance review?
Officially? No. Unofficially, I could not be prouder or more honored that Vin is the first Regents Chair grant recipient of my tenure.
I never thought I'd make it to college, let alone business school. Caledon's given me so much. And yet, somehow I managed to give it even more in return.
This grant is set up to foster the next generation of Caledon leadership. There is no one more deserving.
Owen has a lot of big plans for the school. How is the board handling it?
The way they handle everything, by clutching their pearls. And they're all rich retirees, so they literally wear pearls.
We do. We have a call scheduled this afternoon to hear some updates about his Caledon 2.0 plans. I'm sure it will be as lively as ever.
If not livelier.
Complaining about the new boss to the old boss?
And to think I used to complain about her. I didn't know how good I had it.
Nor does Owen. Once everything calms down, he'll be able to appreciate everything you're doing for him. Just give him time.
I know how she manipulates people with flattery, but it still works.
I'll leave you two to catch up.
Enjoy your weekend. The campus is beautiful this time of year.
Yeah, go take your next famous photo. Preferably of me.
You know I always support your work, Maxine, but if you take his portrait before you take mine...
Don't listen to her.
Maybe I can use this photo to get to the folder on the table. Mind if I move that folder? My last shot felt a little cluttered.
Thank you for reminding me. It's yours. That auditing student handed it to me and told me to pass it on if I saw you. Strange girl.
While we'd love to stay in pose, we really should get ready for the call with the board. Pray for us.
That was fun. Meet me at the Turtle for part 2. XOXO. Safi's just fucking with me now. She's not even here. Safi's been one step ahead of me this whole time. Hopefully now I can get some answers.
So we spent all that time. And she
It
wasn't.
started in December, but lately it's been getting worse. So I came to Max for help. And she told me, I guess you know, that I died. That my memories of what happened to us after high school didn't happen. At least, not to her. Basically, I shouldn't be here. By the way, you're doing pretty well with this whole talking to a dead girl thing.
Well, if you're friends with Max long enough, you get used to it. But I have many, many, many questions.
Do you know what it means? The visions, the different realities smashed together?
I have some, I want to say theories, but they're closer to fears at this point. Give me a minute. Max told me you're into astronomy. You want to take a look around? There's an image I captured upstairs that could be a new celestial object. Or it's just a speck of dust. Either way, you can help me name it.
Seriously? You're on.
All right, Moses.
Hey, I'm in this place. Is looking expensive. Moses Murphy, right? That's him, he's expecting you. Why do you make it sound so sinister when I walk in? Will he be like, hello, Chloe, I've been expecting you? Moses doesn't have a sinister bone in his body. I have a bunch of sinister bones in my body. They're in my left hand, because I'm left-handed. Sinister is left-handed in Latin. You and Moses are going to love each other.
Let's see if you're as nerdy as Max says you are. Max isn't thinking about her birthday right now. All the more reason to get her something.
What?
Wow. Moses flies his weeb flag high.
We already saw this, I think, when we were playing as Max. Yeah.
Whoa. I'll bet you could see light years with this baby. Moses is going full Pepe. Is that the dude from the bar last night?
That's where I found Max last night. The place would be rubble if she hadn't been there.
And Max thinks the house is where the fire started. I don't know why it's important, only that it is.
September 21st, demolition averted, tensions high on Fremont Street. Early this morning, Lakeport Police Department responded to the sound of demolition sirens at a mansion on 3180 Fremont Street, the home of Caledon University's secretive Abraxas Society. The building was scheduled to be demolished this fall until complaints of from the Lakeport Historical Commission and the Abraxas Alumni Network were enough to halt the process, or so they believed. The demolition appeared to be in progress when police arrived, though no explosive charges were found when police gained access to the basement. One Caledon student was found at the site and released after questioning. When asked for a comment, Abraxas President Reggie replied that the whole thing has gotten so up before realizing he was late for a trigonometry class. Caledon's president, Owen Teller, has yet to respond. Meanwhile, the Lakeport Historical Commission has issued a statement. This is a blatant attempt by the Caledon administration to circumvent the law. The president of a liberal arts college should be familiar with the term and its consequences.
A bunch of guys getting pissed off on a message board. This never ends well.
Lakeport Citizens Against Caledon Corruption. And that no password.
Those guys at the bar are planning their protest for tomorrow? I don't like that timing at all.
Culture
Agreed.
clash.
And the form is password protected. If someone was able to obtain it...
I'm on it.
Culture clash or something darker. This was September 8th. It's been over 9 months since the storm that battered Lakeport and destroyed several local businesses as residents attempt to rebuild. Some of them are uniting in their criticisms of an unlikely target. I've been trying to get my insurance to pay out for months now, says Joey Powell, the owner of the bar and grill, which has struggled to reopen in the months since the storm. Meanwhile, Caledon is happy to screw over the town. The new science complex is just a start. Some locals seem to agree that the university is capitalizing on the town's misfortune. Tensions have been growing in recent months, with several altercations taking place between Lakeport residents and Caledon students and staff. A few of these have happened in or outside the Snapping Turtle. The bar is a favorite of Lakeport locals and also serves many Caledon students thanks to its proximity to campus. A lot of anti-Caledon sentiment has also been shared on a password-protected message board. A forum website, the Lakeport Daily News, was unable to gain access to the board, but an anonymous source reported that several members have already been suspected for violating the forum's rules against violent threats.
Whoa. What happened here?
Max took that photo before she jumped back here.
I've barely met this lady, but I keep seeing her face.
Sophie was my best friend. I hate to put her up here, but she's been acting pretty erratic lately.
So many post-its. I've got to take this guy outside some night and ask him questions.
Is this an art room or a physics lab? Moses seems to know how to blend the two. If I wanted to make Moses's day, I could ask for his anime. I'm not big on the magical schoolgirl thing, but she gets back eye patch. This is the coolest kettle in the history of heating liquids.
Go upstairs.
A horticulturalist, too? What can't this guy do? A pet iguana? Dude, this office has some of Max's favorites are in here. It's good that she found a new movie buddy.
Alright, already seen these. Whoa.
Did he paint this himself? Why'd he stop?
Inspect. We already. Whoa. This is interesting. Alright, oh.
Moses needs a name for this dot. I should help him out.
I think we're done now. Hopefully.
Wow. You process quickly.
I'm just laying it all out. We'll see if anything emerges.
Simultaneously existing in a state of dead and this guy's being very polite to the crazy girl who...
So, Professor, have you solved me yet?
Not in the slightest. But I do have some follow-up questions. I'm sure you do too. Why don't you start?
I know we have a metaphysical mystery to solve, but can I use your 3D printer?
What for?
It's Max's birthday. She's being so brave about this whole save the school thing, but I think she needs some encouragement. Your anime wall gave me an idea.
Say no more. You have to text me when you give it to her. She's gonna love it.
You got it. I don't mean to snoop, but Who's Maya Akata?
She was a friend of Safi's. They were really close until Maya's suicide. That's what started all the craziness last year. Safi blamed several people for Maya's death, and she used her powers to get revenge.
Well, it's great that you bought her book.
And I wasn't the only one. Maya's work has been getting more attention in the last year. I'm sure Safi's delighted.
Give it to me straight, Doc. I'm ready.
I'd like to hear more about your visions. You said they started in December?
Yeah. And they weren't even visions at first. Just weird daydreams. Of a storm, or a path, or... But they just kept coming. Then I started thinking about them, even when I didn't want to think about them. And that moment in the green room a few days ago... I couldn't leave. I couldn't think about anything else. I was stuck on that path to the top.
Okay. What were you doing in the green room before it started?
Looking in a mirror. That place was a grimy dump. Usually my favorite kind of bar. But for some reason, I started thinking about tornadoes. When Max and I were in high school, there was this crazy week where Max thought a tornado was going to destroy the school. No, sorry, that did happen. But it also didn't happen? What's happening right now?
Let's start with what happened 10 years ago. A storm threatened your town, and Max was forced to make a choice. She let you die, averted the storm, and saved Arcadia Bay.
But I'm here.
Yes. Somehow, the storm didn't destroy the town, and you didn't die. Which doesn't make any sense, except... A year ago, a storm threatened the school and the town. And Max made another choice. Or rather, she refused to choose between Safi and Caledon. Somehow she saved Safi and the school. And however she tied those realities together, it appears...
She tied up some loose ends while she was at it. She brought me and Arcadia Bay back together? With Safi and all the rest?
Yes. Somehow. Your vision started when you remembered the tornado. The thing that couldn't have happened, but did. A paradox. Your life and experiences are coexisting along an entirely different reality. And that's not sustainable. Maybe when you encounter a paradox, you come unfixed somehow, but that would mean even us talking about it directly could... Oh no. Chloe.
Okay, that's where I'm going to end it off for this episode. See you, or this video. Alright, my bad. And see you guys in the next one. Bye.